Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show, episode 261, by gosh, where we go over tips, tricks, and ideas and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. You become better for not only you, but the people you love and care about most. You gotta be a little uncomfortable and take that leap of faith. You're in control of the process. I'm here with you. If we don't continue to grow, if we don't continue to move on, we will be sad and upset. So today we're going to be talking about abstinence in the sense of giving something up, and then moderation, because I truly believe the goal to getting to moderation is like the end all be all, where we can get way more enjoyment living in the present moment more, but to how to build that relationship. So hear me go through this. I promise this will be very, very beneficial this morning, this episode, if we can apply and learn the strategy. So first definition, abstinence, just a little zoom in on this. So abstinence, the fact or practice of restraining oneself from indulging in something, typically alcohol. I started drinking, but I think we could apply this to a number of things. So abstinence is the self-enforced restraint from indulging in bodily activities that are widely experienced as giving pleasure. Most frequently, the term refers to sexual abstinence. This is Wikipedia and the Oxford definitions. Okay, so the wording on abstinence is really brutal and rough. It sounds like your high school, like the dork team's coming into your high school and they're like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do anything, you can't even you can't go out past 9 p.m., you can't do anything. So I'm hoping to dispel the fact, to detach the word abstinence from some of these extreme movements where it's like, oh, you can't do anything for the rest of your life. You can't do that. You can never indulge in anything pleasurable ever again. Versus using abstinence as a very powerful tool and a guide to get to moderation. Our next one, moderation, the avoidance of excess or extreme, especially in one's behavior or political opinions. Let's go with that first part. Political opinions we don't care about this morning. The avoidance of excess or extremes. The avoidance of excess or extremes. I think this is where we are struggling as a society, probably more than anything, especially here in America, is the overindulgence. The overindulgence. So if we can get to moderation, I think we can enjoy more and more out of what we got going on. So these are the two terms we'll really be working with. Why I always want to start with abstinence is so we can really even see what it is that we're giving up. Seeing what it is that we're giving up. My example for this is I am on day 80. I should have checked this before the show. It's like day 80 something. I haven't drank any booze. No alcohol. It's almost to the 3-month mark. And I don't plan on quitting alcohol forever, but it has greatly improved my relationship with alcohol. And it's really helped me grow as a person to just go without it, to see when I'm in environments. So weddings can be a very attractive place to, drink and get really messed up. But it turns out you don't have to drink to have a good time. This is something I've struggled with really for most of my life. I'm sure a lot of people can relate that you want to have a good time. And I could never give myself permission. I could never give myself permission to have a good time unless I was over the top with this. So say if I drank a bunch of booze, I smoked a bunch of pot, I had a lot of nicotine, if I couldn't eat a ton, if I couldn't indulge past moderation, like we talked about, that's in the extreme or the excess, then I couldn't enjoy myself. I wouldn't allow myself. So first off, we need to be able to decide what it is that we want to give up. For me, I wanted to give up alcohol. I think alcohol is really terrible for your brain, really terrible for your body, specific like your kidneys. man, your kidneys do so much good stuff, filtration, detoxification, all this amazing, and then let alone your brain. So there's a lot of health reasons why I don't really want to drink alcohol much anymore, but I do want to drink it for special occasions, for special events. And I don't think I would have been able to develop this relationship if I didn't go through like these types of events, like going to weddings, going out with my friends in general, or just kind of maybe it's a traveling thing that I have going on. I'm leaving here for Colorado here shortly. If I wasn't able to go do these things and learn to build that muscle to say no and to show up the way that I want to, and not feeling that I have to show up at a certain way to be on other people's level to have a good time, then it's a lot easier to build this relationship with abstinence. So I built that relationship with abstinence, and now I am able to select and properly execute moderation. I think a lot of people believe that they can just go from only eating really unhealthy to just only eating I'll still buy the Twinkies and I'll only eat one. And then before you know, you eat like five of them. And so really dictating your environment and strengthening and saying the word no and not indulging at all in one particular thing for a multiple month period, I have found to be extremely, extremely helpful to finally then be able to figure out what it is, how it is you want to show up, giving myself permission to actually execute on moderation in the future. And it's also funny, it comes up this whole notion of I can't give it up because I don't want to miss out. I can't give it up. I'll be like, well, maybe we could quit drinking for 30 days. Whoa. I don't want to miss out on life. I don't want to miss out on life. It's like, I would challenge this and ask, what are you missing out? What are you missing? Is it giving yourself permission to have a good time? That's what I thought I was missing. I was like, oh, I gotta drink alcohol or else I won't have a good time. And it's like, is that true? Or is that a story that you're telling yourself? Understand that you're not alone in this, and it is ultimately up to you. I just want to come on here and talk about this because I think everyone has their thing, whether it's alcohol, whether it's food, whether it's just staying up too late, whether there's so many things that all of us can get caught up in. So just figure out what that thing is that you get caught up in. For me, that was drinking. So I wanted to approach this and see what would come up when I practiced abstinence from it. And then it started coming up. And then thinking of yourself and your life as an onion, and you got to keep peeling back the layers. And when you give this stuff up and you feel friction, say if you're a smoker and you quit smoking and you start feeling pain, there's a reason for that pain. One, addiction and feeling uncomfortable, or the unwillingness to feel in the present moment without substance or indulging can be very, very tough for people right off the bat. And then it's going to peel back another layer. It's like, oh, why do I do this? Oh, why do that? I do that because I feel like I can't relax without this being present. But true happiness comes from the detachment of things. This is from Buddhism versus more of my opinions, but happiness will come from our ability to detach from dependence on external things, such as smoking, such as drinking, such as eating certain types of food. You have the ticket to enjoying yourself. If you look at the most magical moments of your life, it is not the drugs, the indulgences, it is the feelings, the emotions, the experience of you and who else is around you with like, where are you at? So I'm trying to learn a lot more about myself on abstinence. So the challenge for today would be to ask yourself, what is it that would benefit my life greatly if I gave it up for 3 months? If I gave it up for a week, if I gave it up for a month, whatever your time frame is that you need to decide on, be honest with yourself. What is holding you back from getting closer to your goals? I had a real hard conversation with myself. I live in a small town and I want to build big businesses. This can be really tough for motivation purposes. It can be really tough for a number of reasons, how I'm connecting with people, but I love the home I live in. I love the woman I'm with. I love my family a lot. And so now I need to work extra hard on other things like connecting and being a connector in order to build a big company, in my opinion. And I think giving up alcohol gives my chances of achieving success. We're playing a game of numbers in life, right? A game of probabilities. I'm not too big of a believer in luck of any kind versus like actions create results, yada yada. And if we can enjoy the actions, then we'll get better results. So answer this question for me. Do you think I am more likely to achieve creating a bigger education company, a coaching company, a personal branding business to help entrepreneurs bring their greatest work to the world if I am sober or if I'm drinking alcohol? Thanks for checking out our content. If you want to learn more about investing in yourselves and working with me and our company personally, we offer a 6-week total life mastery bootcamp where we go over the most important topics to make sure that our life has the foundation we need to catapult us forward to take the right and proper actions to become happier and more productive, guaranteed, or our money back.